This is Dave with MDWK9. Hey everybody, Dave Phillips here with MDWK9, and today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of what I've been working on with my puppy and kind of give you the reasoning why. But before we get started in the dog videos, I want to explain something. Rocky first came to us as a board and train. For 6 weeks, she came straight from the breeders to our home. So the gentleman, he wanted a house dog. So we started working on a house dog type of stuff. I did not let her chew on me. I did not really play with her too much at all because I didn't want to create that hectic type of prey drive while she was playing within the home or whatever. We tried to release a little bit outside, but when she was outside, all she wanted to do was explore her new surroundings, which makes sense. I mean, a brand new puppy into this big, bad world, of course she's going to want to explore and not play. Not only that, but her teeth. Her teeth were still puppy teeth, and they're still growing in, so when she's playing with toys, it still hurts a little bit, and the hands are a lot softer. But anyways, the guy, right after Pulse nightclub, he had to leave to Afghanistan. Who knows why, but you know, he was working with the Department of Defense, so he had to zoom off really quick. He asked us if we wanted to take her. And I was actually in the market of looking for a puppy, and I was going to buy a puppy. I still don't know her bloodline, but you know, that really doesn't matter to me. She's a wonderful dog. But anyways, 4 weeks of doing house dog work with this dog. Now she's our dog. Now it's a little bit different. I stopped getting her to bark in the crate. I really stopped getting her to bark. If I would have known she was going to be my dog, I would have taught her to bark during certain situations. But we stopped the biting, we stopped the barking, and so yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Okay, so we went to a park, and I'm just trying to get her used to new situations, and this is what I want to be my home field. Like I said, she's kind of playing, kind of not. So, you know, I'm tossing it. And she's doing really great. I activated that play drive back in her really quick. I didn't really miss a beat too much. So she's chasing it. She's playing the 2-toy game, the 2-hose game, which I really like. Now I called her back in for a sit. And she came. Oh yeah, she is off leash in a public park right here. Well, kind of on leash and off leash, but I mean, a German Shepherd high drive dog. I mean, you can do it. I'm getting her to front sit. Now I'm starting to work on the sit stays in a public, high distractive, high volume trafficked area. And I'm going back, and she's doing great. Now I release her, tell her she's good, and reward her again. I rewarded her, I reinforced her with food, and then I rewarded her again with playing. And then she comes back. You know, I kind of got a little sloppy right here as well. You know, I think I started putting her in a down. Well, now I'm just playing with her, but I started putting her in a down in a little bit later in the video, and I decided to release her. But there are still food on the ground, and she was still eating, so handle a mistake. But generally, when your dogs are out of control, it's your fault and your mistake, and you make the mistakes, so they don't learn. And how can they listen if you're not intuitive and if you're not paying attention to what they need? So now we're still playing around, tossing the hoses around, tossing the toys, balls, whatever you want to use. If you know me, you know I'm against balls, and this is not the video for that. Balls, they bounce, and when you have a high drive dog like this, they could twist an ankle. Depending on what balls you use, tennis balls, they could grind down the teeth or get lodged in their intestines, and you have to surgically remove bits and pieces. And we're still tossing the toy around, man. She's having a great time. Like I said, she's more in tune and she wants to play with my hands. But like I said, she's still teething, and so it hurts to really tug on anything that's not soft and malleable. And she's getting a lot better, and I have a feeling here, she's only 5 months now, in the next month or two, that we'll really start being able to play and play how I want to play. But yeah, I'm not overexerting her. It's pretty cool. It's early in the morning. I know we're out in Florida, but I just want to get her out there and playing. I mean, she has a lot of energy in the house, so yeah, we definitely have to get out and play. As you can see, she's not so stuck on it where she's like carrying it in her mouth and gnawing on it. I want to get her there, and she will be there. It's just going to take some time. Just like anything with dog training, it takes time. Time is the key to success no matter what method you use. I use positive reinforcement. I use motivational techniques. I work the dog and drive. Mainly because I love my dog. I don't want to treat my dog poorly. I want to treat them with respect for who they are as individuals. And as you notice over here, like somewhere in here, she started sniffing the ground. She wasn't really paying attention to me. Yet again, handler error. Dropped too much food on the ground. And I noticed that she was sniffing on the ground, so I'm like, you know, heck, I'm going to use this for the tracking that I'm going to be doing later. I just haven't found the right type of area I want to start. I want to imprint her tracking. So I just decided to stamp out some of my scent and throw some treats down there in case in the middle of playing she got up and she started smelling it and she made the association. That's what I want her to smell. That's where I want her to walk. Just associations. I may be wrong. I may be right. You know, I've never really done tracking before. I'm not an expert in that field. I'm still young and I have plenty of years, so get back at me in another 5 to 10 years, okay? Another dog of mine or so, you know? Or my mistakes with her that I'll have to come back and correct. And not correct as punishment to the dog, but correct myself in teaching her correctly. So what are we doing here? Working on a little bit more front sit. She's still a little too young to fully get a correct front sit, you know, but heck, man, I see all these people working their dogs super young and, you know, working on downs here. No, I don't think we're working on downs. I think I'm working on the stand. I think we're having issues with the stand. And, you know, if mistakes happen with your dog, especially at this age, so, shoot, any age, if a dog makes a mistake, your dog is learning. Point blank. Your dog is learning if your dog makes a mistake. It's starting to connect the dots of what you're asking it. And words are not so much important as the manipulation of your hand, steering, driving your dog with your hand, luring, so to speak. That's what's important. It's not the words. Yeah, here are my releases that I keep messing up on. Yay! And she just stays laying and eating. I don't blame her, man. I had the food down. That's what she's going to do. There we go. Look. But there is one in particular that's coming up very shortly that I did, and I did it perfectly. Handler, me, David, I made the perfect sync at the perfect time, released her, she jumped up, and that's what I want. I want the jumping after the release, saying you're such a good dog, you executed it correctly, and now it's time to play. Now it's time to have fun. Oh my gosh, you could be yourself and you could be a nut. Let's enjoy life, because life is so short, and you're learning a lot. Look, she's doing a remarkable downstay. I already released her, so I'm walking over here. I don't know quite what I'm doing here. Maybe I should have paid more attention to the video. Working on a downstay. That's what I'm doing. I'm working on a downstay and highly distracted area. She's doing a remarkable job for being a 5-month-old puppy. Going back, reinforcing the fact that I walked away and she stayed put. And I believe I'm going to release her right here. And this is when she does an amazing release and we start playing. And this is what I enjoy. Nope, I'm going to go back. There we go. Yay. I think I was making sure the food was gone. And see how she jumped up? That's what I'm looking for every time I release the dog. Every time I release the dog. I mean, if they jump on me during that instance, that's okay. As long as they're not jumping on me every day, all day, you know, who cares? And now we're off screen and we're playing. And she's chasing the toy. She's being rewarded for doing such an amazing job. You see, when I train a dog, I like to play with them. I start off with playing with them. I do a little bit of training and I play some more. Mainly, I just wanted to spend some time with her outside of the house, and I didn't know what else to do. You know, she didn't want to lay down in the shade. She was active. She was investigative. So I spent that quality time with her. With her, not my phone. You know, I did have the camera out, but I spent the quality time with her. I'm getting to know her. I'm teaching her. And that's what you guys have to work on. Once again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I will get better at this whole video mess. I mean, got one life. Until next time, people, stay safe, treat your dogs right, and stay away from those shot, choke, or prong collars. Please.